a young man that was loved by all. Suddenly, looks like the table is turning. Are you sad that a wounded soldier is being even wounded the more by fellow soldiers?
Absolutely.
The Christian community.
Absolutely.
What's your pick? What's your take?
Yeah, it's sad, but I'm sure that Pastor Ronsi Mike is happy. Whereas, I believe so. There are too many stories around him, of course, that I consider pure nonsense. Yeah, there are too many stories around him. There are too many. I don't know. It's TV, so I'm trying to just hold myself with my hands. But I believe just down the road, the truth will come out, and perhaps will vindicate the guy, even vis-a-vis his death. That's all I can say. I believe so with all of me, you know, that the truth will be out one day and will vindicate him. That everything is good, you know. And about Christians, I think this is the only religion, if that's what it is. This is the only relationship, this is the only set of people, Christians, who purportedly say they are following Christ, but who are so far from Christ. As a Christian, even if somebody killed someone else, is it my place to cast the first stone, kill him, say do this, and even okay, they finally killed him? I said, no, he did not die well. Let us wake him up and kill him again, or kill him in a better way or in a worse way. Who does that? Do you understand? We are too judgmental. Which Christ are we following? Do we even care about his family, about his two young children? Do we care? We just go and be writing. And these things that we write on Facebook, see, these things will haunt even some of us. The thing will be there for eternity. Our children and children's children will come and say, Mommy, Daddy, did you write this? Or even your grandchildren, they'll say, see what your grandma or your grandpa wrote. And you know, that memory will live on forever. So for him, he's gone to a better place. The week before he died, or that same week, I think Monday.
Week, yes, Thursday.
He called me. No, it wasn't before.
At the funeral of...
No, he called me on Thursday. He called me Thursday before I saw him again on Thursday, and told me about something he'd written. He had not called me in a long while. We hadn't spoken in a long while. So I was quite excited to see his call and talk to me about some things, and we spoke. And I said, okay, I'll check it out. I checked it out. And then I met him at the funeral grounds. I was right there with him. Although I've said on Facebook, he looked really different. He looked troubled. He looked distant. But when I asked somebody, said he's grieving, and I said, okay. And you know, he was a young pastor. There's a room for him to make mistakes. Even old pastors make mistakes. I want humanity to realize there is no one of us that is Christ or God. None, not one. We are just here as followers of Christ. We'll rise, as you wrote on Facebook, we'll fall, we'll rise again, and we continue our Christian walk. It is not right. Of course, I do. I read everything you write. I do. You know, before now, I used to be very critical of the things you write, and sometimes I'll read, I'll call you, and all of that. But where am I today? That means even in that direction too, you also offered me mentoring and all of that. So, I just want us to allow the family grieve in peace and all of that. It's not that, you know, there's a certain 11th commandment, thou shalt not be caught. Once it happens to you, everybody, even the people who fed from you, once it happens to you, as if you know. So I send my condolences to the family, and I trust that he's in a better place. I trust that even the evening church would gain more from this, because what the devil wants to see is that church shut down, this one, so that devil would say, oh, I've defeated. But I can tell them there's going to be a big lie. They're going to find out, just like the devil thought once I killed Jesus, it's ended. Jesus became even more popular in death. And you know, if the devil had known that this is how Jesus would be, he would not have killed him. You know, so it's the same thing with Pastor Ronsi Mike. My heart goes out to his family, and I send my condolences all the time to us.
Okay, but Akparawa Bush, that also takes us to the issue of religion and Christianity. You have been religious before.
Absolutely.
You have also found Christ.
Absolutely.
What's the difference?
Yeah, religion, I think, tells you that you are almost like God, or you religion,
you're infallible.
yes, religion
just should be.
Yes, you try to be God. You try to lie to yourself about the things that you cannot do, and you try to be transactional in everything. God, you try to give, until in some ways you helped me, and I got to see Global Baba. I didn't even know that even to give money to the church in expectation, in anticipation of something, is a very bad thing. That is, it's not a given, it's not a constant, it's nothing. It's not something you should do, because Jesus had already paid the price, and everything that you needed, He has already done. So you, when you give something to support the church, you do that in thanksgiving, not in anticipation. I didn't even know that there was another gospel. I didn't even know it was in the Bible, or that there was another Jesus Christ. It's in the Bible. I didn't know. So thankfully, coming to Power City has really, really opened the eyes of my understanding, and I'm much better. I'm still work in progress. I'm still learning and all of that. So I think that Christianity is the thing to go. It's not religion. Religion is not it, because as Global Baba gave a beautiful analogy. So you want something from God, you put like prayer requests, you put money and go and give. What kind of nonsense is that? So I want my father, or you want me to do stuff for you. You come and bribe me first with money. It's money you still want to. So me, I now give you more money. Who does that? You want your father to pay school fees for you, you go and bribe him first and all of that. So I think religion, unfortunately,
has been politicized.
Yes, enjoys so much stranglehold on people. There are even people they say, Yahabaro, I like this one, and all that. I think it's like that everywhere. But once they get that freedom and then cross the thin line, recently I wrote, my last column was on the thin line. Once you cross the thin line to Christianity, you would really, really enjoy your life. Yeah.
Okay, so in politics, for a big man who is richer than you, bigger than you, to support you, you must go with something. So maybe that's how they. That's how they think.
God is not a politician,
About Bush,
Yeah,
I think
sure.
we just have to round off. But
Yeah,
let's
sure.
talk about 30 years. What are we looking at in the next? We already know where you've been 30 years.
Yeah, sure.
So the next 30 years.
Oh, the next 30 years will be glorious, and then there will be another 30 years.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that our radio station this year should be on. Yes.
Say it loud.
We already have it, 87.7. It's there, Bush House, Nigeria, 87.7. I can tell you. I'm hoping that this year will go on stream, and then perhaps 2-3 years down the line, the TV arm will come on stream. We have both licenses. And then we'll go on to do other things. We need to start a special school.
87.7.
87.7, yes, 87.7. That one is already there. It's in the back, as a matter of fact, and we hope that by December, as a matter of fact, I'm hoping that 10th of December the station should be on air. I would love to open it on that day to mark the special birthday of a special friend. So there are other things we want to do. I want to have a special school. That whether you're a graduate or a non-graduate, you can come there and learn something about leadership, learn something about business, and generally about language, because that's the three things, the three ideas.
So that should be like a Bush mentoring academy.
Absolutely, yes. But it's called Bush House Language, Leadership and Business Academy,
LLB.
Yes, yeah, that's what it's called, and other things. We want to do other things, and we're hoping that God gives us the energy to continue to push.
So in the next 2 weeks,
what's happening in the next 2 weeks?
I want to ask, where will we see Michael Bush?
Yeah. I want people to slow down with that. I don't want them to be so disappointed. I see people write all sorts of stuff on Facebook. See, that prerogative is in one hand, and I like us to slow down, take it one step at a time. Don't go ahead of God and all of that. I'm willing to also wait. I'm willing to take my steps as they come to me, one step at a time, and then I believe that we're going to be better and better and better. That's the consolation that we should all have.
Baba Bush, thank you very much for honoring this invite, and we know that we'll have more opportunities to talk and to also gist. I love you, right?
I know, and I love you more, but you're saying thank you for honoring you, as if I had any choice. I honor you. You just dragged me here.
Okay, so thank you very much. Michael Bush, my studio
nice.
guest, just came around. I'm sure you've learned so much from this discourse. We hope to return some other time. My name is ID James. Focus on M45 even continues after now. Stay tuned.
This is a home where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's only man, you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's only man, you know. No matter where we be, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
You have the right to quality broadcasting. The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons,